everybody, Wayne Davies here from Spectrum Economics, and today I'd like to talk about two things. First up, I want to talk about my new Facebook page, Best of Steam by Spectrum Economics, and then I would like to talk about beneficiaries. So this is my second time round making this video. Initially I made the video to go on DLive, where I was actually going to talk about my website as well as verification for DLive. So you can see I had this set up and everything, I videoed it and all. I had some technical issues a few weeks back, it's been going backwards and forwards, but DLive now officially announced that they're no longer going to be on the Steem blockchain, so they're heading off to this other blockchain. I'm not going to follow them. I'm going to be now putting my videos on DTube, and I'll be backing them up on YouTube. So most likely you'll see me on DTube, and you'll probably see another video maybe in the comments YouTube as well. I think it's good to have it at least on two social media, just in case one fails for whatever reason, there's another one there anyway. So anyway, see you later DLive. Spectrum is now going to be on DTube. Well, most of my videos are on DTube anyway. And my other videos that I did, I think that was my results for my contest I was running, the buying and selling game. I've actually got them all on YouTube now, and I'll be putting out a post fairly soon with those new links in there anyway. So everything's intact anyway for them to move over. So anyway, now I'm going to get back into what I'm talking about today. So first off, I'm going to talk about my new webpage on Facebook and what I'm doing with that. So here we go. So here we are, Best of Steam by Spectrum Economics. You can see here, this is a very new webpage. Set it up about, I think it's about a month ago now. Don't have an awful lot of following at the moment. I think we've got about 12 people. But you know, at least it's a start, at least it's considered official and it's actually functioning. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking through the posts on Steam, so generally keeping away from the trending pages but finding other really good quality stuff that I think deserves a little bit more exposure. So you can see here I've got this post just 8 hours ago, apparently I put this up. This is about authority and truth. Truth is authority, authority is truth, and that sort of relationship. Just because authority tells you something's true doesn't mean it's true. It's a very interesting, insightful post here. I got another one in regarding tax. This is one I didn't necessarily agree with, but I thought it was actually very informative and very detailed and was very good for discussion. Another one that I added, oh, the page is still loading. Oh my gosh, the page is still loading. I've got a bit of a slow connection tonight, guys, sorry about that. So what have we got down here? Here we go. So here we go, another one here. This is about someone going cycling and their experience with that. That's in Thailand, Chiang Mai, and a cycling run. This is a very nice post. What's this? Oh, I think it's a video, sorry. This was a really good video on DTube. I've got another really good post down here. What are we talking about here? Oh yeah, this was by Tim Cliff. This was a really, really detailed post about basically about Steam and all you really need to know about Steam in regards to investment and stuff like that. And this is, I think, was a must-see. Even though this was on the trending page, but this is such an important post, I had to include it on this web page. We got down here, we got another one. One of Australia, down in Victoria. This was another good post describing someone's experience when they saw the 12 Apostles. And page is still loading. Yep, it's a slow connection tonight, guys, so I'm running this directly off of my computer. I'm hoping that it's going to... Oh my gosh, alerts coming up. And it's not loading. Oh dear. Okay, there's several more posts I've got on here. I have to apologise for my slow connection tonight. It does get that way a little bit. Here we go. Seems like something's happening. Oh my gosh. No, 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 I don't want that. No, sorry, this is all wrong. My Facebook is doing stuff it shouldn't be doing. Now it's asking me to create a post. Okay, it doesn't normally do this. It's normally barely scroll down and it works. Okay, so tonight it's not doing that. I will keep scrolling. Here we go. It seems to be coming back to life again. Oh no, it's stuck again. Here we go. Here's another informative post that got a very low payout. I thought it definitely deserved some attention because all of us are creating posts on Steam and we often need to use Markdown, and for many people they're not overly familiar with this. And this guy here, I'm not sure if I pronounced his names correct, Revagam, shows you how to make tables in this one. He's got several other posts as well on lots of clever things you can do with HTML or Markdown. Here's a post here by my sister. Another travel blog, Walt Disney Studios Paris. Have another one here, a camping one by Donkey Pong. He's a fairly sort of famous person. On Steam, a lot of you are quite familiar with his work. Very good quality. Doesn't use bid bots, by the way. Have another one here by Sweet SSJ, and this had a lot of stuff in it. So this had a video, it had a blog, and it had a contest as well. So yeah, a lot happening there. Again, you know, this is just to show people all the good stuff that we've got here on Steam, and this is a very outstanding post. And I think we're down to the very first one. Yeah, here we go. This is the first one I added. Yeah, that was like just over a month ago, and that is Kenny's Kitchen. And he talks about veganism and how meat eaters convinced him to become vegan. So this is where I'm at anyway. It's still fairly new. It's just a quick run through of the posts that I find good. I know a lot of people go to Steam it and they go to the trending page and can be a little bit disappointed. But there's a lot of hidden treasures out there that you can find, and I'm trying to bring that to life. So that should be good for the platform and also good for these users as well. Alright, the second thing I want to bring up, no, haven't finished yet, sorry. One more thing. Normally I leave a comment to tell them that I put their post on the website, or web page, sorry. And you can see this here. This little thing that I created with my little 7 symbol. I've got this little thing here. It's like a little, you know, little award thing I posted. Some people could think of it as being a little bit spammy. It doesn't mean to be. I change the comments for every single post, which is relevant to the post itself. So it's try to make it look less spammy. But I actually quite like it with the gold and all that. So most of the time I'm going to be chucking those out when I select a post I'm going to put on this website. Alright, so done with that. Okay, next thing I want to go on to, and I'm going to use SteamPeak. I use it sometimes, SteamPeak, and this is when I want to talk about beneficiaries. So I started doing this now. When was the first one? As you can see here. Here we go. That was Vegan Economics to Cruelty-Free Economics. And what I did was I added beneficiaries. And these people are people that I think have contributed a lot to me in the past. It could be in terms of upvotes, or it could be very engaging comments. So for this one I've included Honeybee, Steam UA, Steam Basic Income, and steem-plus Pay. Now that was automatic because I used theirs for the post. And Veg Out Travel, as some of you know, is my sister. And another post, my 3,000 follower milestone post. This is when I first introduced the beneficiary thing that I'm doing. And again, I've just used some of my top-up voters. So here we got Farmonger, Steam Basic Income, Sweet SSJ, and my sister again. So what I did with the next one, I've got here the Alaska Cruise. So this is a DTube video, so I couldn't add people directly as beneficiaries on there. So what I've done instead, because you got DTube has to be one on there as a 25%, so that's sort of default. So I'm going to pay them out manually using Steam. So I named it in the post. I can't remember now off the top of my head who the beneficiaries for this post was. And the one most recently done, and this was based on the top 3 upvoters. So there was Curie, Hendrik de Groot, if I pronounce that correct, Poetic Snake, and again I included my sister, so much because she provided a very good comment. So yeah, she seems to be doing, but she's offered a lot of support to me over this time. So most of the time I'm dishing out 20%. For the Alaska Cruise I'll be manually calculating 15%. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting into my own rewards, but I'm also trying to give back to my followers that have, you know, that are contributing most of my posts, either whether it's in the value of the upvote or whether it's in comments. So I think it's fair that I've got 4. So give it to the top upvotes, and for the comment I think it's important to have that level of engagement. So I'm not just rewarding those with the most Steam power, which effectively is what you're getting with the top upvotes. I'm also rewarding those that are engaging as well, so I'm leaving it open for the comments and that. So basically I'm trying to retain as much as my fan base as I possibly can and following. It's been difficult times on Steam, and it's whatever it takes to keep your followers in there. And you know, as a content creator, we owe our followers, because without them, what are we, you know, without our audience? So it's giving it a little bit back to them. Also, it could create a little bit of competition amongst my top voters as well, if they're going to get, you know, beneficiaries within the next post. So there's a certain amount of benefit to them as well. So yeah, keep that going, and keep that going for a little bit longer. I'm also thinking about having a separate beneficiary system for my posts. So, sorry, not my posts, for my competitions. So, as you all know, I run competitions, and most recently I had a competition I had to cut. That was my buying and selling game. Only ran 4 of those. Wasn't able to get enough upvotes or enough money in to really cover the cost. It was sometimes breaking even, sometimes losing. But fair enough, I actually made a little bit on my 4th contest after I'd announced I was going to temporarily stop it. Sometimes that's the way it is, isn't it? But I wasn't getting an awful lot of participation or entrance. So getting a sponsor should help that, and using the same beneficiary system hopefully will encourage someone to, you know, offer some sponsorship, and hopefully that's going to be great for the people entering the contest. I can give out better rewards on that. Alright, so that takes me to the end of this post. Just to, you know, give you a little bit more information on what I'm doing with my Facebook page. The key is to just get out there and promote Steam as much as we possibly can, using as many methods as we can. So Facebook is just one of the methods that I use. I also promote Steam on Reddit, on YouTube, on Minds, on Twitter, and LinkedIn. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and occasionally Instagram as well. So it's getting the news out to as many people as possible, and particularly off of the platform, because I kind of want to bring more people in. And as you all know, our retention rate at the moment isn't doing particularly well. A lot of people are kind of giving up because they're not earning as much money, but it shouldn't be about earning the money. That should only be just one part of it. It should be the whole experience in itself. And there's so many things on Steam at the moment. As like I mentioned, we've got DTube for videos, we've got D-Mania for memes, we've got D-Sound for the musicians, we've got Steam Hunt for people showing off what bargains they've got and things like that, and there's Utopian for open source projects. So there's a lot of stuff happening, and you know, I try and encourage people as much as I can to join. Anyway, thank you. If you liked this video, remember to give me an upvote, and also give me a follow. And if you really like it, what I'm doing, you can add me to favorites, I think, if you're using either steem-plus or steam-peak. Anyway, thank you very much, and see you around. Hey guys, just to add to the video, I was sat down just now so you couldn't actually see this really awesome t-shirt that I'm wearing. I felt that I had to show this off at some point. I realized that, you know, you could just see my head basically. So if you check this out, you Steam D-Live people, you Steam It people, we've got a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a unicorn, and a dog that looks like a dog that I used to have. Unfortunately, he died a few years ago. Milo, sort of like a Chihuahua-ish kind of figure that I have Chihuahuas. Yeah, all in one t-shirt, all with a rainbow behind. So anyway, just for a bit of fun, I thought I'd at the end of the video just show you this really awesome t-shirt. I can't even remember where I got it from. I don't think I actually bought it. Someone else bought it for me. But it's just like awesome t-shirt. Just thought I'd show off this t-shirt to you. As you can see behind me, this is me standing up in my office. All my essential office equipment as well, just behind me. And I'll create another video at some point just to show off why all this stuff here is necessary. Even got my own whale. Check out this guy. Woo. So yeah, all the essentials for running a good, tight office. Anyway, see you guys. Have fun.